nothing will happen. No. I've heard of stories, bad ones. You make such dares. And what people do not realize, when you begin to dare your husband, Satan will not present the temptation well. You don't know the devil. Since the word has gone forth out of your mouth, Satan will organize situations that will make it happen. So don't let the word not come out of your own mouth. Don't tear down your marriage by foolishness. Don't tear down your marriage. The Bible says a wise woman built her house. Don't say, I dare you to. You are not coming around, but you're daring him. You may be shocked. You may be shocked. So do not dare your husband to sleep with another woman. Don't make such dares. We have truth or dare. Dangerous game people play about, truth or dare. And they go about daring some things. Some people have destroyed their relationship by truth or dare. I remember when my children are in secondary school, at times the students, when they are idle, and you know that it said that the idle minds is devil's workshop. When they are idle, they will not want to do truth or dare. So my daughter said, maybe they want to start. She said, let me go out. Because they begin to mention terrible things. So she goes, I have to draw all of their ears. See, if they are doing any truth or dare around you, move. Don't stay. Before they will tell you, I dare you. I dare you. Just remove your dress and walk around naked. And you will do it too. When they are playing the game. So I told them, immediately you hear they want to do, run for your life. Move out. Don't stay. Do not stay. So dares are not things to play around with. They are not things. It's not wisdom going around all those areas of all those daring things. And number 3 thing every wise woman does is by taking care of her body. Every wise wife will take care of her body. Take care of her tips for wives. Every wise wife will take care of her body. Don't just let yourself scatter because you're married. If you're married, so I'm married, and you let yourself. Yes, we know that when marriage happens, a lot of changes happen to a woman. There are a lot of changes in her body, a lot of changes. But that doesn't mean you now let yourself go. You have to be, you don't now develop dirty habits. Anyway, is it developing? Somebody who is dirty, I said the person is dirty previously. Because if you're somebody who cleanliness is a lifestyle, it will flow on. To flow on. You don't now become so disorganized, so scattered, not looking good, I was listening to a man of God. He said, a lot of married women, they look good for outsiders. They look good for outsiders. Because when they come home, when they go out, their makeup is intact, everything looking good, put on that perfume and all that. But when they're at home, they throw away the wig. They just tie up and walk around the house. But as a woman, I can tell you, it takes a lot of hard work. Hard work to do what men are asking for. Because when you come into the house as a woman, naturally, I saw a woman putting on corset the other day. She was trying to enter a car. She was saying, God, help me. Help. So women can do anything to look good outside. They will look their best and they can't breathe, but they will manage. So when a woman home is her safe place, she throw away the shoes, the high shoes she's wearing and looking sleek, she will fling it away, fling away the clothes, fly the wig to one side. And why? Because she's at home. She's at home. So I think men too should understand. All day you've been uptight. So come home, you should relax. But then, in wisdom, even though you're at home, you're not just at home now for yourself. Try as much as possible to look good at home. Still look nice. Keep your hair well organized. And do the much, maybe I'm a woman, I'm preaching it, so I'm preaching it with care. Because I know what we all do. to be free at home, you relax. You relax, you know. But don't ever let yourself go out of proportion. Even in whatever you're doing, moderation is very important. I knew of a lady, because she didn't want to put on weight. She, she's an elder sister of a friend of mine. So whenever I visit him, then he will tell me, say, my sister, she won't eat. When she gives birth to children, she will not eat. Normally, a woman who gives birth will eat. She doesn't eat. She will just eat, maybe just soup, and she remained that slim. And I said, Auntie, she now said, no, so that my husband won't say tomorrow, I'm fat. But I found out that even men who cheat, some of them who cheat, they have the most beautiful wives. Majority of the ones who cheat, when you see their wives, you'll be amazed. You know that these men, their brain is not working. Yes. When you see it, you know, like, what is the problem? So you see some men make excuses. They say, look at the way you're... And I was listening to a man. A man said, whenever a husband begins to tell the wife, the way you're looking, he's already cheating. I can tell you he's already cheating. So it's not because... So he said it's not because of the way the woman looks, just because his heart has been stolen somewhere. So now he complains. The wife passes. He said, look at the way you're looking. Nonsense. There's something he has to compare now. There's a comparison. That's why. There's a comparison. But what I can say on this side is that when a man you want to marry, count the cost. See, there's a cost for everything. Are you listening to me? There's a cost. Count the cost. Marry your wife. Know that changes will come. And prepare your heart. That's all. Prepare your heart. But what I've discovered, I used to tell Pastor those days, I say, men make a lot of demand from their wives. They want a woman who is free to be looking like ragamuffin, no problem. But the woman must, you to do well. But the woman, everyone expects the woman, they say, yes, some men will say, when I married you then, you were slim like this. Yes, you were slim. Would you rather be without children? Because children will change the shape. It will change it. You prefer to chop shape and leave out children. Is that what you want? You want this one, you don't want this one. No, you have to take them together. Some things go as a package. There are some things you want to buy, they will tell you they don't sell it singly. So this is one of it. Marriage is one. It doesn't go, you don't say, okay, no, I want to. No, you carry it as a full package. It's as a full package. Some of us are fortunate that, even with children, maybe we may not put on much weight. Me, I was looking for weight, I was looking for it. I wasn't putting on. So I mean it seriously. I look for it. So to give some time. I said, okay, because they said at a certain age you give birth, you don't lose fat much. I said, okay, that's the one I want. When I won't lose much fat. Because if you, in your 20s, you give birth, you come back to normal, everything. I said, let me get to that point where I won't have to lose so much. Let me remain small. So that was when I now had Joseph. And I remember a man saw me. He said, Ma, it is now you look like a mommy. We cannot call you mommy. That's when I put on a little weight. There are people who don't get it that easy. There are people who have tendency that just at one child, they put on so much weight. So what do you do as a man? Prepare your mind. Don't even say your wife is slim. Don't think that maybe your wife, before you married her, I know of a sister, she was so slim by the time she married her. If you see how she put on weight, you won't believe it's the same person. So it's not about how the person, so you make up your mind. Why I'm saying is that a lot of people have put their wives under pressure. They'll say, see as you fat. And the woman is not the one to do. She has to go to the gym. Some women don't rest. They don't rest. Every day they are working hard. Don't kill her. Those are part of the things that come with the package. So what do? Just condition your mind. But I believe that even with some people with plus size, you can look very beautiful in your plus size. Just know the right things to wear, and you still look good. So it is for the men to change their, but there are still men who love fat ladies. In short, there are some men, if you're not fat, it's a trouble. You have to go and look for how to get fat. A lady was sharing, he said she had an in-law that he said he can't marry somebody who is slim. In short, there are people, I think this part of the state, if you're slim, you're not hot cake. It is those ones that are rumu rumu, like Pastor would say, that you have it. So one man said, he said, when he sees a slim woman, he said, how can you marry this one? He said, you marry a wife. He said, you want to have that one on the bed so that when you turn your hand this way, you land on, say, hey, now you there here. He say, now you reach here. So say, now, that is you. You cover ground. You're well loaded. That's how some people like it. And it's true. But you have majority who say, some people like it and they enjoy it. So it's a choice. But all that is as a married woman, you just keep working on yourself. Like we said in the service this morning, don't stop working. When you're making, and I think what men actually want from their wives is that attitude of making an effort. Don't just relax. Some women, as they just married, they just cut their hair straight, low cut. They were fixing before and doing all kinds of, but immediately they just married, they say, I beg, they removed the hair. One of our sisters was telling me, the husband said, please, be making hair small. Just, I want you, she said she doesn't like making hair. The husband said, please, make hair. Come and collect money for hair. collect money. I want you to be like, in other women, you can fling your hair, She said she and low cut 5 and 6, The husband said, no, I want you to make hair. Do so that, at least tell me you're going to the salon so that you will go and wait. You see, what we find difficult here, somebody is a big deal for someone. But some people feel, no, it's a big deal. So you could just do, So, and she now went to make the hair. She said, I've made it. I said, good. So it's just being understanding. As a woman, don't be that relaxed, feeling that, I have conquered, I am now a missus. And that's all. You now sit down, Rakpata. And in everything you're doing, be moderate. Be moderate. If, for instance, as a woman, you're putting on so much weight, and that weight is by reason of food, cut down on the food you eat. Begin to cut down on the food you eat so you can look better and look presentable. Hallelujah. And number 5, wisdom. Don't ever leave your husband for your female friend to cater for. Don't leave. There are people who have made such mistakes. They are traveling. They'll say, see, babe, I'm traveling. Please, be checking my guy. That's how they marry their guy. I know of a story, life story. A lady was going abroad to school, and she already has a guy she was dating. So she now told her friend, please, just be looking his side. Don't let him carry any woman. You forget that it's a woman you're talking to, by the way. And she went abroad. While she was abroad, the lady just took over the man with ease. This one, no stress, no quarrel. And before she was there when she heard they were married. So you now be traveling. Now say, I beg my husband, they put eye. Leave him alone. Don't tell him. See, some men, even when you've not advised somebody to take care of them, they're already doing things. You now want to advise. That one, with your advice, they will cover it up neatly. So that even when people see, if people want to come and gossip, I will see one girl say, let me send them. So leave him on. So the man who wants to cheat on his own, he can plan his way. Then you now carry somebody and put in his hand. You have made it easy for him. So don't ever do that. It's like not even your sister. You now tell your sister, you have a sister, and say, please, and take care of my husband. Your sister is evil. It is just because the woman is foolish. Because your sister is a lady. Yes. Let me tell you one thing about women. Every woman wants to showcase herself. So when people bring in, or you now bring in a full-blooded house help, the one that is classy, she dresses well and all that, you think she doesn't, and there's no man in the house. There's only one man, so everybody has to compete for his attention. I mean, it's normal. It's just that you didn't much sense. Simple. I remember a friend of mine, when she got married, one of her sisters came to stay with her younger sister. So the younger sister, she told me one day, she saw her younger sister wearing shorts. She just called her. She said, come, what's this one? The girl was quite younger. She now said, no. She said, I don't want to see you in shorts. There are no 2 women in this house. I'm the only woman in this house. There are no 2. I don't want to see you in those shorts. So she made sure the girl didn't wear, and she wasn't always around. Though her husband is a Christian, and her husband was faithful. She told me, she said that the husband goes to market with her sister when she's not around. They go to market together, buy things, just come back. She warned the girl, say, you don't wear mini skirts, bomb shorts. Some people will be in their sister's house and they wear bomb shorts and walk around in presence of your husband. And you as a woman, you're just feeling, say, leave her, all right, I will drive you. There are some things you don't do because they are competing for the man's attention. Everybody is competing for the man's. A woman, her value is in a man admiring her. When I mean value now in quotes, please. Admiring her because you have something to show. And men are moved by sight. So a woman too wants to showcase herself. In short, a man said something. A man said, if you have sisters, you can't just bring your sisters to your house anyhow, because your sisters, you can't keep them, you can't control them. Not that they wear their shorts and they come in, you tell them, I beg, they say, waiting. They will get off. But you can quietly tell them. He says, sis, I beg, don't wear this in my house, I beg. My husband is around. Make it, she said, I beg go. He said, yes, I know. Nowhere I'm coming again. Don't try to be nice. Are you listening? Don't try to be nice. Be straightforward, be truthful. Not because your sister is such a bad person. No. There are some things that just work like that. Man and woman are an attraction. There's nothing you are going to do about it. It's there. So where you're going, if you can, let it not be from your own hand. Are you listening to me? You're not trying to say, please, take care of you. Not your sister. Please take care of me. I normally fear that kind of thing. I remember a guy, the wife put to bed. And the wife had to go to the village to stay with her mother and nurse the baby, at least for up to 3 months. And while he was away, so one of our pastors then, we sent him, he went on follow-up. So when he went, he said that the man is there. He's the wife's sister is the one cooking for him. I said, now, wow, okay, it's a sport. I don't need to hear anything. I was full of suspicion. I don't need to hear anything. I was full of suspicion. I said, hey. I said, this kind taking care. Oh, make you not enter voicemail. Are you hearing me? You don't do such things. So the girl stayed for those 3 months. And this person lives in just 2 rooms. A place, no space. It's not as if the house is big that you can be at one end. He won't see you. This one, when you pass, you pass like this. When I said, okay, I say ignorance is bliss. It is good. The wife is not thinking like that. So there is peace in the home. You understand what I'm saying? Eventually the wife came back, but I said, this is wrong. I said, this is wrong. But the wife, maybe she doesn't know or she didn't think that way, but it's not a safe thing. No matter how, the person may be tongue talking. Don't do. Don't. You can only vouch for yourself completely. You can't vouch for the next person. If Satan begins to give them ideas, he doesn't need permission from you. He just gives them ideas. Don't have a strong will, they will fall for it. So don't go around such area. Don't leave your husband in the hand of a friend to cater for, or in the hand of a sister. It has always turned to bad stories. The stories have never turned out well. And number five, which is where I'll stop. Leaving your husband in the hand of your housemaid. Anyway, they are all connected. Don't even try it. You think the housemaid should be doing yes ma, as long as she hasn't crossed the line. When she crossed the line, you talk to her. She will just look at you and see, what are you saying? What you're collecting, I'm collecting. So you can't say anything. There's a lady, a friend, she's married to a pastor. She told me the story, pathetic. He said their housemaid collected her father from her mother, neat. Neat like this. Their house help. They are just close by. She said, when she told me, I said, what? He said, and that the mother didn't know. Mothers of those days. So the mother brought this girl to be helping with her business. You understand? So at times she can go to buy something and tell the girl, okay. This girl took over the father straight. Took him over completely, married him. The whole family were devastated. the children. So when you see all those housemaids, some of them be looking like they don't know anything. The thing they know, if God opened their brain and show you what they know, they can sell you like this and use your money to entertain you, and you won't know. So don't even, some people doing, that's why some women, when they are dealing with house help, they don't give, they are wicked. That even if Satan is moving you, even if the man is, because there are some cases that house helps, it is not it is the man chasing the house help. In some cases, the girl will be saying, "Oh, God, leave me now." It is the man chasing the house help. The girl will be saying, "Oh, God, leave me now." It is the man chasing the house help. So don't leave your husband in the house. I was listening to one of our mentors, one of his teachings those days. He said whenever his wife is traveling, he said he clears his house of everybody. He said whenever his wife is traveling, maybe she's going on vacation, maybe with the children, or she's going to give birth then, one of our fathers in the faith, he said he clears his whole house. All the house helps leave. All. Clears everybody. Maybe the children will go and stay with an auntie, they were younger. He said for conscience sake, to avoid stories, he tell everybody, go on. When your madam comes back, you come. I said, this is integrity. The Bible said, prove all things. No, not prove all things. Provide things honest in the sight of all men. There's a way. He said he moved everybody. If he may leave somebody, maybe a man, one of their male helps that can stay around to attend to him. It's every other person. There are pastors who, they don't travel without their wives. They don't want trouble. Because a lot of pastors have traveled. If you hear the kind of things they are doing, some of them have children in all the nations of the world. So if you know that you can't carry your wife to avoid trouble. So even if Satan wants to set you up with your wife around, you can't. A man of God said whenever his wife is not around, he doesn't smile. He said he doesn't smile. So when he comes to a place, people are welcoming him. He keeps his face strong. Before you come to somebody to do anything, it's got the person smile. Somebody who refuses to smile, when you come and you do the person, the face is strong. You need that entrance of showing friendliness on your face. If you keep your face like that, no Satan will come close. The Bible says, I have kept my face like a flint. So you keep your face, they won't come close. So the man said he doesn't smile. He said, when you see him smiling, he said his wife is there. And it's true. Whenever I see him, I say, this man that doesn't smile. He said he doesn't smile. If his wife is not there, he won't smile. So that in case you're coming to do, Pastor, God bless you, sir. People think that outside of the church is where the devils are. Is he inside church like this? Satan have even planted his moles, brought in people. So that's why you must have the same rule. The same rule should cut across. Are you listening to me? Whether you're in church or out of church, let it cut across. Don't say that, no, the sisters in church, they are holy sisters. You have not seen anything yet. So don't leave your husband for your housemaid. Traveling, move them out. If you must, let's say you're traveling, move your house. Let's say your children are young, and this journey, because at times so many things come up in marriage, you have to move. What do? Move the house. You can move the house help out to stay with your sister, with your children. Are you listening? Your children with your sister is around, so your sister can take care of them. Not that you living with Oga. Before you, God forbid, that will not be our portion in Jesus' mighty name. So that's where I'll stop. Any questions? Wisdom tips for wives. Wisdom tips for wives. Wisdom tips for wives. Okay.
Okay, so Mama, it's not basically a question anyways. I just want to say that I want to say that what you're saying is true, and I think I've also learned today. I am so happy anyways that I stayed behind. There's something you said about having a maid and then you leave your maid with your husband. Yeah, there's one case. Then I was I was doing an internship at the office of the former Attorney General of Akwa Ibom State. So there's one very interesting matter, anyways. The man, he was very rich, like very rich. According to the story, he had a housemate, and he was already married. He had grown-up kids. But I do not know what exactly happened. I think maybe the wife traveled. Before the wife returned, he had married the maid. Now, the maid too also gave birth to children. Now, when he died, that's when trouble started. Who will inherit the properties? I mean, I'm not sure that matter has been decided today. Because at that time, I think the matter was about 5 years running. So they have been in court fighting which wife, the children of which wife would inherit this or that. So that time, they were still in court. So if the wife was wise, I'm sure it would not have gotten to that level. So I think it's very important. Like I said now, I have learned that because I used to hear young people say, mostly girls, they would be like, I'm going to have a maid. You know, you've not even married yet. So the first thing you want to do is, once you're married, you get a maid. You're in trouble. In fact, you're setting your house on fire. And sometimes people would be like, me, I don't know how to wash. I don't know how to cook. So don't worry, I'll get a maid to come and do that. And sometimes girls or ladies, they will leave their maids to be the one cooking for their husband. And at the end of it, your husband is enjoying the taste of your maid's food, not even yours. She's the one dressing your bed. These things I have heard. Even my sister said it. Before she got married, she was like, she's going to get a maid. I'm like, sister, you've not even married yet. You want to get, I wish you the best. So I think that if young people, most of us who are yet to be married, would, like you said, we sit down and we think about it and we listen to things like this, I think it would really help. Thank you, Mama.
I pray people get wiser. Wiser, because there's no problem with having maids. You can, if you know, see, the fact is, don't deny that fact. Don't deny it, and you handle it well. But some people will say, or they look at the girl, they say, this one, she doesn't know anything. Who told you? They've disrupted families. So it's something you prepare for. Before we got married, we made up our mind. I was telling, okay, maybe we'll have relatives. Pastor said, no, we'll stay by ourselves. I said, how are we going to do it? Because I grew up with having mates in our house. You know, we were seven of us, one by one, so we're plenty. So we needed maids. I said, we had maids. Pastor said that in their own house, they had no maid. I said, so how do you cope? So he now told me how they were doing it, and that was how we had to use that pattern and plus improvising a little from our side to make it happen. But there are some people who are career people who, anyhow, they need a maid by virtue of their work. But then you must have things spelled out. You must have instructions. The maid should know the boundary she must not cross. Yes, you can do that. Put boundaries. Don't even go this way. Don't even cross this line. But don't deny it. Don't try to act like no. Don't deny it. A lot of homes have been destroyed like that. Very good homes, beautiful homes have been destroyed. Don't just assume. I've seen women talk carelessly. That my maid, I've been saying that she'll be cooking for you. You don't even realize that somebody who keeps ministering to you. Now, what if the maid is a witch? In short, it seems that a lot of witches have gone to sign in as maids. And I think that's a pattern of Satan, to infiltrate homes, particularly Christian homes. You know, they've gone to sign in as maids because everywhere before you know anything, you've heard one thing. There was a family that the maid that came disrupted, bewitched the man, turned him against his children. There's another one, it was bewitching, but the woman is a Christian, so the witch couldn't operate freely. So when the brother came around, this brother of the woman is a pastor. As he came, he said the maid ran away. Said she's not staying again. She ran because higher power came in. So you see them everywhere. So before you begin to talk of house help, calculate well. Are you listening to me? Some people even do it in a way that the maid doesn't live in. You don't live in. You come, you do what you want to do, and you go. You clean up the place, you go. There are even limits. You even lock your bedroom. Don't touch my room. Tidy up here, the kitchen, go. Don't cook for me. Instead of a maid cooking for you all around, better hire somebody to give it out as a contract. Tell somebody, cook for me. There are vendors everywhere. That's better. The vendor cooks, you load it up in your fridge, than to make the house help do all your duties. Even as he's doing it, if spiritual things, there's a way, some things are spiritual. And the person that keeps feeding, that's the person bringing him food, that's the person dressing his bed. In short, a house help shouldn't come near your bedroom. For whatever reason, shouldn't come close. So a lot of women need to grow up in wisdom. I see a lot of them still doing that. Grow up in wisdom. Grow up in wisdom. We're not saying be mean to the house help. Be kind, be normal, but have boundaries. Set boundaries that must not be crossed. And if you're traveling as a woman, I have a friend, that was living with her auntie some years ago. A friend living with her auntie. And when the auntie was away, the husband came after her. But immediately she knew it, she said in the night, the door. The first day, what are you looking for? Bump into her room. Oh, and when she stood up, she was afraid. He said, okay, no, that he was looking for, I said, what? She said from that night, every night she will lock the door, lock it with key, lock it everywhere. Then she will now hear at times the handle bend, but he can't come in. And the wife was to be away for, I was shocked because this person is a Christian. I said, hey, God have mercy. Now, this person is old. I saw him recently. Children were congratulating him, but I was looking at him with one eye. I said, hey, you. And I want to say, men, don't shame yourself too. Don't shame your family, And as that, she told me that thing. I know she didn't tell it to anybody, but she told it to me. And this is somebody I respected so much. He's a Christian. I said, hey. And I know it's true. She wasn't lying because there was no reason to lie. She's married now with her children. So recently I saw the man. The children were saying, oh, daddy. I said, hey, daddy. So men, both men and women, nothing is hidden. The Bible says there's nothing hidden that shall not be made known. Don't do something that your children will hear in future and shame will cover them. In short, now we have more children. Before they will say, they'll be telling children, don't be a black sheep. Don't bring shame to the family. These days, it's parents that are bringing shame. A lot of parents that disgrace their children. Their children can't walk. Their children have to walk, hiding their face. Parents are disgracing children all around town. Children themselves are behaving better now. It's now parents that are misbehaving. May you not misbehave in Jesus' name. Always in anything you're doing, remember, what about my children? As a father, as a mother, what about my children if I do this thing? So it will keep you on track. Nothing is as good as your children knowing you and growing up with you and having respect and honor for you. Yes, they will honor you naturally, but respecting you more because they know you are a man of integrity. They will say, my father never cheated on my mom. Was faithful. My mom never cheated on. There's a family that the husband and wife are cheating together. The children know. Not the children. The thing annoys the children. Man, the woman have people she's just doing things. The man, same. And their children, they have their sons. Those ones bring women around. I say, okay, now so now. It has become a family heritage. I mean, it touched everybody, including the girls. I won't say more than that. Every father cheating, mother cheating, children are aware. It irritates them. Please, before you become a parent, count the cost. The cost, part of the cost is choose to sacrifice your pleasures. Choose to sacrifice some of those your evil cravings, or choose to sacrifice them for the sake of building a godly family. God give us understanding in Jesus' name. When my children, I don't watch movies. When my kids were small, because of my children, I sacrificed. As you see me, I was a television addict. I mean, I watch television like, those days now, we didn't have DSTV, but we sleep, I sleep when TV sleep. Those days is by 12. The last movie is around that time, and it's always horror film. So I will be watching with one eye, because me, I don't like much of horror, but I will still watch it. Then if it's action film, I will watch till 12:01. I was so addicted to television. So one day the Holy Ghost told me, this television you're watching like this, it won't let you fly. He said it chokes the anointing. You keep vibing, picking in, just watching things. It's drying up the anointing. He says, stop watching. I told the Lord, say, how will I stop now? Even if I don't want to watch now, my sisters will go and bring movie. And I'll be looking with one eye. I'll watch. I just told the Lord, I said, okay, what will happen is that when I marry, I won't watch. I said I won't. So when we got married, so maybe that's why God organized a house. So is it not problem at our house that we sit down to watch TV? We didn't have a house. We're just, even if you go to when we're squatting in somebody's house, we don't touch the TV. We did not go to somebody's house as a squatter. You now go there and you put on TV and balance. The owner of the house will come in. The next day will check you out because you're wanting to take over his house. So you have to stay. We didn't have a house. So when we eventually got our house after 1 year of marriage, we got our house exactly 1 year. You know, someone now blessed us with a television. I was so happy. I said, hey. And suddenly this thing came back. The addiction to television came back. The next thing, the Lord said that you people should give out that TV. We sold it. The Lord said, give it out. Use it, put in the ministry. So pastor said that God spoke to him. I said, hey. I said, maybe it's because of me, because I was happy that, yes, I will now watch TV again. And when that one happened, for years, we didn't have television. So we just left it. Eventually, when God blessed us with television, about 4 years later. In short, initially, we only had DVD. We didn't even have television. We were just playing DVD for my daughter then. We play for her songs, through the room. We have television. So by the time television came, I said, Lord, I won't watch. And that was how the addiction was broken. So my children grew up not watching. They were not watching movies. All this Nollywood, no way. I'll tell them, since I won't watch, you won't watch too. Or they stayed away. It was when they got to university, they started watching, secondary school, senior secondary. Then my children were all afraid of Nigerian movies because of native doctor appearances. So they don't even watch Mount Zion because of those demons. They refused to watch Zion either. So I just left them like that until they grew older. And I believe it helped them so much because their minds are still forming. When children are too young, exposed without me, everything my children watch, I watch. I say, put it. If of sin, I said, no. I said, listen, you're not watching it again, remove it. They said, Mommy, now. I said, no, you won't watch this one. Bring another one. So I'll make sure that what they are watching is sane. It kept them within, keeping their pure minds pure. We already have a lot of pollution here and there, at least in the house, in the home. Help your children. At least help them. So I insist. You don't watch any kind of